On this episode of Sailing Summer Friday, we start our much anticipated trip to the Exumas. But first we spend a couple of days at the Palm Cay Marina in Nassau to tackle a few boat chores and go on a provisioning run.
It's very windy today, but Nate is up here doing some boat work. Nate, what are you doing?
I am doing some rust removal, something we've been putting off for a bit, but we've got a few days here in Nassau, so removing some rust from all of our stainless.
Awesome. It's looking good. Look at that shiny stainless.
A lot of elbow grease.
We're here in Nassau at the Palm Cay Marina. I'm working on this on the inside. Nothing too exciting. It's windy. And my project right now is that handle, which I took off. That was like the original screw, I think from 1983. And it goes in here in the V-berth hatch right up there. And it was not working before. It would not turn at all. And now I can see why. It was original and it was completely rusted out. And I have a helper. Coming out.
Step 1, done.
Step 2, messy. Now I am taking off the oil filter, which is tricky because it sits like upside down. So when you unscrew it, the oil goes everywhere. So the key is to try to minimize that. So you put like a trash bag under it. I've got these like diaper things that, you know, the oil diaper things. So it's fun. It's really fun, this part. My favorite part. So filter came off. Super good this time. I did it right. I caught all the oil, well, most of it, but the rest I'll just wipe out down there. And new filter is going on.
After a long day of boat maintenance, we had a few hours of sunlight left to lounge at the beach club at the marina.
It's Friday.
Kind of a summer Friday.
It is a summer Friday. We worked in the morning, chill in the afternoon.
The next morning, we set out on a provisioning run.
It's my first time driving on the wrong side of the road and with everything on the opposite side of the car from the US.
Yeah, this is very weird.
So this is gonna be real interesting.
So we are on our way to provision. The Palm Cay Marina where we're staying provides you with a car for up to 2 hours to do your provisioning and get some errands ran. So it's a really great perk. We're on our way now to grab some more food and some more beer and stock up before we move on to the Exumas, where there most likely won't be any bigger grocery stores.
And we're super excited for the grocery store. I'm so excited. I've never been so excited to get groceries.
How'd we do?
We did amazing. We're on the clock because we got to get to the liquor store to get some rum. So we're like, our 2 hours is ticking away.
We have just left our awesome marina in Palm Cay on the east side of Nassau, and now we are headed to the Exumas, which we're very excited about. I think our first stop is going to be Allan Key. We're going to go check that out first and see if we're going to anchor for the night, and if not, we will move on to Highborn most likely. But we will see what it's looking like over there.
We are currently going through what is known as the Yellow Bank between Nassau and the Exumas, and I am on Coral Head watch at the front of the boat. The water, as you can see, is just absolutely incredible. You can see straight to the bottom, like it's just crazy. We have no wind today, which means absolutely flat seas, and it is so weird and crazy to see everything. Land ho! We're almost to Allan's Key, which is our first stop in the Exuma. We made it to the Exumas! How's the water?
It's good. It's actually really nice.
It's really clear. Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
After getting settled in at Allan's Key, we went for a little snorkel and saw a couple lionfish, so it was time to get out the spear for the first time.
We got our first fish on the spear. It's a lionfish. One of the main reasons I got the spear was to hunt lionfish. They're super invasive. They kill like everything on the reef, and they reproduce like some crazy amount. So there's 2 of these down there, so I gotta go get the other one too.
Keegan's first catch.
First catch. Trying not to get stung by these poisonous tentacles. So I'm cutting them off. There wasn't much meat on the lionfish, but it was tasty, and it was great that we got the little thing off the reef. We finished off our first night in the Exumas watching this beautiful sunset. What do you think?
Beautiful.
We sat through a couple days of pretty strong winds at our spot in Allan's Key and decided a couple days later to try to go back to catch the second lionfish. Unfortunately, we could not find the second lionfish in this attempt, but we did see a beautiful stingray and we got in some really good snorkeling.
We are leaving our cool little spot in Allan's Key and heading about 13 and a half nautical miles to our next stop, which is Norman's Key. Should only take us a few hours. We're trying to see what the wind is going to look like. It looks pretty light. so we'll probably motor almost the entire way. We dropped our anchor on the southern end of Norman's Cay and got right down to business. The big attraction here was the sunken old drug smuggling plane, which we set out to snorkel.
So we're gonna go snorkel the plane and live every day like a summer Friday.
Next time on Sailing Summer Friday, we snorkel the awesome sunken plane at Norman's Cay. Then we say goodbye to Normans as we enter the Exuma Cays Land and Sea Park, a large land and marine protected area, making our first stop at Shroud Cay. Hey everyone, thanks for watching and supporting our journey. Make sure to like us and subscribe.
And follow us on social media on Instagram and Facebook, both are Sailing Summer Friday.